y'all, and welcome back. I'm finally here for another video. I feel like I've been absent for a while, but if you're new around here, hello and welcome. My name is Katie Marie, and on my channel we do chit chat, get ready with me's, uncut videos where I share a new palette or play with a palette. Not all of the time are they new, but today it is a new palette. But I do it, apply it on camera, we chit chat about it. It's all left uncut and just in its raw form, no fancy edits. And yeah, we play with makeup and I give you guys my opinion. Today we are trying the Simply Posh Cosmetics Holiday Edition palette and also their cheek palette. Yes, I just did contour. For a moment I was like, oh shoot, I did my cheeks, but I just did contour, so I'll do a blush and a highlight. Here is what this looks like, and these are both launching on the 6th, so if my calculations are correct, this video should come out the day before. So I'm trying to make sure I can get it up. I missed a couple launches over the last couple weeks because I haven't been around and posting, but I want to get this one up since I do have time to record today. I want to do my makeup. So this is the face palette. I want to get this video out before launch date. This is their new holiday limited edition, I'm pretty sure, collection. I'm trying to get the thing off, for eyeshadow and cheek. So here is what it looks like. If I'm not mistaken, they came out with a Cozy Cabin palette before I knew about the brand, so I don't know too much about it, but they wanted to redo it, revamp it, I think with their newer formula, because it is really, really good, and maybe change up some colors. I think that's how it goes, but excuse me, I had to burp. As far as I know, they're both limited edition. They are launching the 6th, as I said, and I think I have a code with this brand. I'll leave it in the description box if I do. I'm pretty sure I do. But yeah, that's what we're going to be using today. I will say I do wish that they didn't have the same, like, picture for both of the palettes. I wish, like, they, you know, this is fine for the Cozy Cabin, but instead of, like, sorry, I have a cat hair on my nose, it's itching me. But instead of having the same thing, I was like, I wish it would have been something different. Even like a fireplace for cozy up, you know, looking at a fireplace on the couch and whatnot, you cozy up. I don't know, having them both the same, I was just a little bit, yeah, I don't know, just initial thoughts, that's what I thought. I wish it was a little bit different, but let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, I need to put on eyeshadow primer. I always forget eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use the Glam Light Icing eyeshadow base. Sorry, I have not recorded a video in over 2 weeks, so I feel incredibly rusty at recording and talking to a camera, so my apologies. Hopefully everything's working. Yeah, I've been gone for a little over 2 weeks, I think. I forget when my last video was, but we had some family come into town and stay for a little while, and I did have a video that I could have shared, but I was just so busy when nighttime came. Oh, and also at the same time as having family visit my youngest child, who is still nursing. She just hit a year in August, but she's still going through it. I think she's teething, but she went through this really tough phase where she was just waking up multiple times at night, and then it got so bad, like, she was waking up and would not let me, like, put her down. Like, I would get her back to sleep, lay her in bed, and she'd immediately pop up, and the only way that I could manage to keep her asleep was to, like, either sit up in the chair or lay down on the floor with her and, like, let her sleep next to her. So I was going through that, very sleep deprived while our family was here, but between her and having family visit and, like, they came to help with a bunch of projects around the house, I just did not have time to post. So I think it's been about 2-3 weeks since I posted a video, and my camera battery died. So let's try that again. It's been a little while, I'm very rusty. Anyway, I forget what I was saying when I said and it shut off. I don't remember, but let's go ahead and dive in. This is what we have to work with. I don't even know. It's a very cool toned winter, but also like a fall vibe. So I think we're gonna go, can I speak? I'm gonna go a little bit more of the fallish tones because of what I'm wearing, and it is more fall-ish, and I like fall tones, so I'm just thinking up excuses to wear the fall tones. You guys know me. Let's go ahead and just jump right into chimney or cabin, can I speak? Let's do chimney. Maybe I'll do cabin next. I'm going between if I want to go more of an orangey kind of fall tones or green. Maybe I'll do green on the lower edges. I don't know, but let's pack this on right here. And this is, I didn't even say in the beginning, Simply Posh Cosmetics did send this to me to, as PR. which I am super appreciative of, especially with how crazy and hectic my life has been. When I got the notification that was in the mail, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So I'm really, really appreciative that they sent it to me. And I really just love the brand. If you're new to my channel, I really do like this brand. I think I have 3 or 4 of their palettes. I forget when I discovered, I think it was last year in the summer, I tried their Fairy Tale Fairies palette. I remember seeing it being sneaked, and I can't remember if I had the baby or not at the time. I was pregnant when it was sneaking and stuff, but I forget when it was launched. But anyway, ever since that palette, I've just been so captivated by this brand. They do a really good job giving you big palettes with lots of possibilities, and I love the style of giving you dark and light and a shimmer in between. It just makes it so easy and effortless for me to create looks, and they got a solid formula. So all those combined, I'm a huge fan of Simply Posh Cosmetics. So that's a little backstory of me and the brand. If you're new around here, I really do like them. Let's go ahead and actually I'm just going to use that same brush because it's a little bit red. I don't know, am I feeling red? I don't think I am. But at the same time, do I want orange? These are the indecisiveness of my brain half the time. I'm going to take a little bit of Cabin and put that right on top. I want to see how I like that. Right on top of the color I just did. It's beautiful, not to say anything like wrong about it. It's very pigmented. It packed on there in the center, nice and deep. You guys know, or if you're new around here, I love a deep, dark outer corner. It's just something that I have to have, a deep, dark color to really ground a look. So I like that, but I don't know. I just want a little bit more of a greeny grunge to the outer edge instead of that more berry type of color to it. So I'm going to pack on the green, and then I'll probably get a big brush to blend it out from here. Or I could go to the top level. Of course I have those colors at the top to buff and blend it out. I'll probably do that since I have it. That way I can try a couple more colors. Let me get a brush. It has been so long since I've had a chance to sit down and do my makeup. This is lovely. Yeah, we were just so busy when family was in town. We had a bunch of projects to get done, and you know, just being able to visit and the children play and whatnot. So we were busy. I'll go ahead and go into, let's try Mistletoe. It's kind of like a more pastel green than I would think to pair with this green, but I want to see, or like with this palette in general. It's interesting because it has like pastels up here and then the grungy, I don't know, I love the, see, this is why I like Simply Posh Cosmetics. They pair things in interesting ways that make me like think outside the box, or maybe it's just me and that I'm not creative enough, but like I wouldn't think about adding this green with the darker green on bottom, but I'm kinda loving just experimenting and seeing what happens. Meshing different tones together. It's always a fun experience. Now putting that green on top of that red is kind of making it just a brown, but that's okay. I'm going to bring the green in a little bit more. I figured it would, since it is those two colors meshing together, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling going the red route. I kind of wanted to keep to the green to kind of go with my outfit, I guess. I don't know. Even though a pastel green isn't really going with your outfit, Katie, but I don't know. I make things up as I go. Anyway, I'm going to go into Cabin on a tinier little blending brush. And let's put that right in here where that line is and help make that line disappear. What was I talking about? We had family in town. We had a ton of things to do, things to like complete around the house and whatnot. So it was really exciting getting a bunch of projects done. We got a few new pigs as well. Pig math is something, y'all. We have, how many do we have now? We have 4 males and 3 adult females, and then we have the 4 baby pigs that were born in August. And the baby pigs are all females as well. So we just got a lot going on. We're not planning to keep all of them, but things were happening. We needed another boar, and so when we were in the hunt for one, we came across this really great deal to get 3 of them. So we're like, so we ended up with 3, and so that's why we have so many pigs. But we picked those up while family was here and got them all situated. We had to make a whole nother enclosure for pigs since we were adding so many. So we did that right before family. Oh yeah, we did that right before family got here. That's why I couldn't post before or prep any before they got here, because we needed to build this enclosure, or like, you know, just a place for them to live, like not just a house, but like the fencing area for them to wander and eat and whatnot. And we had this area of foresty area in on our property that we want to clear out because it's underneath, like, or it's like this huge tree, huge beautiful oak tree, and it's just surrounded by all this little vegetation. So we were wanting to enclose it and put pigs back there to help clear out all that vegetation so we can actually like see the tree and get to it and be able to use it. Like, it has one of those branches that would be just beautiful for a swing or something like that, to be able to swing on for the kids. So we wanted to put the pigs there, but we had to get it all set up before they got there, obviously. And so the week before the family came into town, we were gonna do that, and then my kids got the stomach bug. Like the very first day that my husband had off, that we were gonna start putting the fencing up, we were like, I was catching throw up, and I was just like, okay. So we were trying to like hang out, had the kids outside with us, because it's a little bit of a ways from our house, and we were having stuff done around the house too. It was a little insane. But anyway, that first day we're like, okay, we're gonna get the fence done, and then people started throwing up, and I'm just like, okay, put a pin in that. And so that first day, I don't think we did anything, any fencing. I think we kind of figured out a plan, but we weren't able to actually go do anything. So that was frustrating, and that put us back by a day and a half by the time the kids were feeling well enough for us to go out there. So yeah, that's another reason why, you know, by the time I finished that and just taking care of kids when they're sick and stuff, I was going to bed late. So that's why I didn't do any prep work or have any video ready that week that they arrived, because they came in on a weekend. So yeah, that week was insane. But yeah, things are pretty good on the homestead. Just busy, busy, busy. I tell you, so busy. I get up around 6:30 because with winter coming on, it's too dark at 6, but I'll go and feed all the animals before the kids get up, and then usually go and check on them a couple times throughout the day, kind of check on everyone, give them treats and whatnot. Treats being whatever food didn't get finished from breakfast or lunch, or that's going bad in the fridge, or any fruit, excess fruit that we buy, we give it to them and whatnot. So we go around, check, or say hi, give scratches and stuff a couple times a day. Doing school in the mornings with the 2 older children, and then yeah, doing a lot of projects. I feel like I'm always got something. Like right now I have a list like 10 things long of things that I need to do around the house. We're got our garden back up. I'm doing a winter garden. I missed out on it last year, was so bummed. But I got that all set up, got a bunch of stuff in the ground and growing, so I'm really excited about that. What are we gonna put on the inner corner? I said I was gonna do autumny, so I feel like I should do orange, but I don't know if I want to. Should I do red green? That could be interesting. I don't know, would that even go? Like if I took fireplace in the inside, and then maybe I could do like orange on the lid, so like more of a red in the inner corner or inner edges. I don't know what you call this area right in there. Let's try that. I have no idea if that's gonna look good, but let's do fireplace, and then I can soften it out with the cozy on top. I don't know. I feel like it's been so long since I've been able to sit down and do my makeup. When family was here, and the few times that I did put on makeup, I literally just did eyeliner and a little bit of foundation to even out my face and concealer, and that was it. So I feel like I haven't sat down and been able to be creative in so long that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go into cozy and just continue to apply and lighten up. But anyway, so yeah, I'm doing a garden, super excited about that. I have, how many beds? 9 beds that I have almost everything, it's almost all filled up growing something. A couple of them are empty, but I just bought a little bit more broccoli and spinach and lettuce to put in it. I have some, I tend to like to just buy starts, just because I feel like I'm not very good at starting from seed, but I do have some growing from seed. Some I'm trying to germinate and grow from seed inside, some that I directly planted, and then also I just also do transplants. So I'm trying a variety. In the past I've only ever done transplants, except for with cucumber. I think I did in the past. I directly sowed them in beans just because they're easier to direct sow. But anyway, I'm trying to be a little adventurous and learn and do some direct sowing in the ground, do some sowing like planting inside to get them started germinating inside. So we'll see. So I'm going more the Christmas route looking at this. I'm gonna take a touch of tradition. Let's see if we can turn this around, because I said I wanted fall. Y'all, I'm tired. And then my look, I'm like, oh, let's put red and green together because that'll be neat and different. And I didn't even think that red and green. I hope it's at least entertaining. I still can't believe I did that. Okay, we're gonna put a little orange. There we go. We're saving it. I think it's less Christmas. I don't know. I think it's a lost cause, but we're gonna put a little orange. At least get it away from such a red. I can't believe I did that, y'all. Oh my goodness. I needed someone here to tell me, like, Katie, do you realize what red and green will look like? All right, so much for going the fall route. Oops. Anyway, what was I talking about besides this failing eyeshadow look? Please don't take my color combination choices as a testament to the quality of this palette. Like, I hope you can see that, like, they're blending beautifully. It's just my own fault, the choices I'm deciding to put together, so it's not simply Posh Cosmetics' fault. Oh dear. Hardly any fallout. Maybe a touch right there. I'm honestly even having a hard time seeing if that's fallout or just a freckle that is coming up. But hardly any fallout. Let's put on orange all over the lid, and maybe if the orange is strong enough, it won't look like there's like red in the crease. It'll look more orangey. I don't know what I'm doing besides failing at this look. Yes, my hands are incredibly dirty. I washed them like 4 or 5 times, scrubbed my nails as well. But my hands are so dry that the dirt from the garden gets into them, and I just can't. Like, they're just so dry that it won't come out. So I need to start grabbing some hand cream out with the cold weather coming. I need to get some hand cream because they're not like hurting and cracking, but they're very rough and dry. I've also been doing a lot, like I said, we did a ton of projects building stuff. So I've been doing a lot with my hands more. So maybe that's also why they're so rough and cut up. But they look dirty, but it's not dirty, I promise you. It's just all the soil is stuck in the dry parts of my skin. Do I need to exfoliate? I probably could exfoliate my hands. That would help get that stuff out. But anyway, I was just in there this morning. I'm gonna be back out there in the afternoon, so I really don't stress about soil on my hands. I'm sorry if it grosses you out, but it doesn't gross me out. Anyway, so I got the garden going. We also got a ton of trees and bushes that I'm trying my best to keep alive. I feel like I just really stink at growing tree, like keeping trees and bushes alive. I don't know. I'm not very good at it. This summer was really hard because it was so hot. And I was so busy, like spring to summer, between having the dog, the new dog in the beginning of the year, and then a baby. Like as fall started to approach, or the heat of summer started to really get bad, I felt like I was getting a handle on things. I'm gonna go into candy cane. But still, I didn't have a whole lot of time to water, and I finally just bit the bullet and I purchased some like watering systems, so like soaker hoses or a sprinkler, and I'm also getting like I don't even know what they're called, but like a little irrigation system I can put in the garden, because if I'm gonna grow things successfully, I have to be able to be a little hands-off when it comes to the watering, because in order to grow things, it needs water, it needs sun and good soil, but it needs water, and if I don't have time to water it, it's not going to be successful. And just with how busy I was, I really struggled at getting out there to give it sufficient water, and with how much I had going on between all the different plants that in the garden and around the house, and all the different trees we planted. I think we had like 20, maybe 20, 25 different trees we planted or have or are going to plant. Like they're still in the pots, between trees and bushes, type of fruiting trees and bushes. So just between all that, I wasn't getting around, like, I don't know what just popped in my room. That was weird. I don't know if you heard that, but it was a little pop. No idea what that was. But between all that, I just don't have time. I just didn't have time to go around water, and because of that, a lot of the trees and bushes really suffered. Thankfully, I think I only had 1 or 2 actually like die on me. The rest are just struggling. So with the cool weather coming on, with the baby getting older and a little bit more independent, like able to play independently, the dog is like so much better. I don't have to worry about him crushing the garden as I'm planting, or eating, the leaves and getting poisoned by something, or digging or anything like that. I am determined to like really make sure I take good care of the plants through the winter, so that come summertime, we can see them thrive, because they definitely weren't thriving this past spring and summer. They were just hanging on by a thread. So anyway, I finally bit the bullet and bought a bunch of that I'm going to set up over the winter, so that it can be ready to go in the summer, and I can keep all them alive. I can keep everything in the garden alive. Because yeah, during the summer, like, I would try my best, but I'd have to just do what I could. And if I actually wanted to go around and like water everything sufficiently and like well to actually make a difference and make sure I got everything, and this was almost like a lot of these plants needed it every day, but I only could do it a couple times a day, but it would take me at least an hour when it all was said and done. And trying to do that with the children, you know, just wandering around, like, they would help for the beginning half, but by the end of it they were all like, can we go inside, it's hot, or you know, Sophia would be trying to eat dirt, or you know, it was just getting a little crazy. So anyway, I'm going the route of, you know, spending the money on a couple ways to make it a little bit easier. I have a sprinkler system right now that just like gives the garden water, but I don't want to stick to that, because especially in the summer, that's not going to go well if I'm wetting the leaves that much, because Florida summers are so humid. I'll probably end up with a lot of like a mildew like growing on my plants and stuff, or like dying because of it. So I'm trying to get that set up for next summer. But right now, with the cooler temperature and like not so much humidity, it's fine. It's keeping them alive, so that works. But I wish I would have thought about it before, just to keep the plant, you know, being able to keep the plants alive, like the trees and bushes and stuff like that. I could have done that before, but I just didn't think about it. Anyway, I am very much rambling at this point. Look at this beautiful shadow. Very pretty. I think it's a multi-chrome. Where's my multi-chrome mirror? I have a mirror from Odin's Eye that I always keep in here so that I can use to look at the multi-chromes, and it's not in here, and I'm pretty sure I remember one of my children asking to borrow it, and I said yes, as long as you put it back. And it's not here now, so I'll have to find it later. But let's see if we can use this. Is it a multi-chrome? Do we see a shift? I think I see a shift. I don't know. It's a little bit harder. It's like a red to a yellow, so it's a little bit tougher for me to see. You have to tell me what you see. Anyway, let's go ahead and put orange on the lower lash line. We're going to really focus heavy on the orange on the lower lash line to hopefully help disguise the fact that I failed in the bringing that red in. I'm tapping a little bit of the green over this orange because I hate having a line here where the shimmer and matte meet. And then we're going to take a little bit of that green underneath as well. I don't know what I was thinking and why I was so opposed to going to that orange on the inner half. I don't know why I was like, that's not going to look good. But the red definitely doesn't look any better if you're wanting to do a fall look, Katie. I don't know. I'm getting a tad bit more sleep now, so I'm not that sleep deprived. I was hurting last week, I forget. Yeah, today's Saturday. Last Saturday night into Sunday, like, we went to service on Sunday, and I was like dead tired. Like, I almost didn't go because I was just like, I don't think I can keep my eyes open. But at the same time, I knew if I stayed, I wouldn't be getting any more rest, because I was still gonna keep the baby because she was wanting to nurse on me constantly. And if I stay here, the dog stays here. So like, I could just put him in the crate and like go to sleep, but Sophia wouldn't be sleeping until, you know, she didn't sleep till like 10 or 11. But the dog would like be barking, keeping me up if he's in the crate too much. And especially, he's even worse if he knows you're home and keeping him in the crate, because he's just like, hey, you're here, I want to be with you. He's actually getting a lot better at being in the crate when we're gone. I'm very thankful for that. I hate when he doesn't love being in the crate, but it's just a phase I gotta get through. And to keep him safe, like, I would not try, I don't know if I'll ever trust him to be out of the crate when we're gone. I mean, people always talk about it, that, you know, their dogs have free roam and they're fine, so I'm sure I'll get there, but at his age, no, I would not trust him. So when we leave, we have to put him in the crate to make sure he stays safe and doesn't get into anything he shouldn't. But anyway, what was I talking about the crate for? Anyway, I went to church last Sunday and I was so tired, I barely remember anything of it. Like, that's how tired I was. It was rough. But oh yeah, I almost stayed because I was so tired, but at the same time I was just like, if I stay, I'm just going to be dragging the entire morning, and I'm not going to be able to sleep until, you know, at best in the afternoon when Sophia is ready to sleep. And like, I might as well just go to service. That way I have like somewhere to be, something to do, and it's easier to stay awake, honestly. Like I think the hardest part of like when you're dead tired is when you have like nothing really you need to do, but you have like responsibilities and children, so you can't just like fall asleep to catch up on sleep. So those are honestly the hardest, because like you're so dead tired, but there's nothing to like keep your mind or your hands busy, so then you just like feel every ounce of how tired you are. Anyway, that's how I was on Sunday, so that's why I was like, let's go to service. Other children are fine, it's just me and the baby who can't keep our eyes open, but well, she could. She could. Unfortunately, I wish she could. If she could have gone back to sleep, I would have stayed home. But she was so fussy, and she still is on and off, but I have figured it out. I'm pretty sure it's her teeth, like she's teething. I look in her mouth all the time, I don't see anything, but every other indication besides seeing teeth coming up is there for her to be teething, so I'm guessing that's what it is. So when she's really bad, I have given her a little Tylenol, and it makes a world of difference in her being able to sleep. So we've been doing that and kind of getting her back into sleep, because then once you, like for a baby, once they get so tired and like start, you know, getting overtired because they can't sleep, oh my goodness, they're even harder to get to sleep. So she was at that stage where she was just like so overtired. She needed sleep, but she was so overtired she couldn't sleep. So I was doing, I think I did a couple nights of Tylenol to help her sleep, and then just getting some good rest during the day, and she's now back to sleeping well, and I'm so thankful, because she was so miserable whenever that was, that she was like not sleeping at night. She was miserable during the day, and I just felt so bad, because she's usually just such a chill, happy, like happy-go-lucky type of baby. Like wherever you have her, she just wants to hang out and have fun. She is starting to get more adventurous in that she wants to get into everything. She's a little over a year. Her birthday's in August, and she's mobile now that she gets around really well. She's not walking on her own, but she can like climb, you know, like what do you call, stand against things and walk along really well. And she just took her very first step all by herself today, which is super exciting and sad, but she's very mobile. She can get around very well, even though she's not walking outright. She crawls like a champ, so she can get all over. So she is always getting into mischief, but for the most part, she is a super chill and happy baby. And I'm very thankful too, she doesn't tend to put a ton in her mouth, which I feel like I've had a lot of babies who will stick everything that they grab straight into their mouth. She's a little bit more selective, which I'm very thankful for. Like I'll see her when she finds something, you know, when we're outside or whatnot. She'll like look it over, and sometimes if it looks like food, I'll see her stick it in her mouth. But if it doesn't, if it's like a dirt or a leaf or an acorn, like she loves to grab acorns off the floor or off the ground because they're dropping right now, she just plays with them in her hand. She don't put them in her mouth. So I'm very thankful for that. But she's very exploring right now at that stage where she just wants to get into everything and just look around. So she's constantly dirty as well, since she's crawling. Like her clothes are so dirty by the end of the day, just from being outside. Like when I'm in the garden, she'll be right next to me in the garden playing in the dirt as I plant stuff. Oh, I was gonna do a wing liner. I totally forgot about that. I feel like this is just a bit of a, I mean, it's not bad, it's not a train wreck of a look, but it's definitely more Christmas than I was going for, and I really wanted a autumn-y look, and I can't blame anyone but myself. So I don't know where my brain was. Oh yeah, the cheek palette. Let's do that real quick. And I didn't put any, wait, this is a cheek palette. See, this is why I wish they had different colors. I just grabbed them. It's fine. Let's do cheeks. We're gonna go with this since we went so Christmassy. Might as well embrace it. This is called Winter Berry. That's a pretty name. Woo, that's pigmented. Okay, you guys probably can't see that, but I don't wear blush, so like the easiest bit of blush on my cheek is like, okay, that's enough. Don't want to go over. I don't know. I'm never into blush, but that's very pretty. Definitely will go more pigmented if you want it. You guys probably can't see it. I'm so sorry. I am the lamest when it comes to blushing and like showing blushes on my channel, just because I don't prefer it. But let's go for this one. What's it called? Miracle for my cheeks. Let's see what type of highlighter. I don't think I've tried their highlighter or like any face product. I can't remember. I don't think I have. Have they come out with it? I don't remember. I don't think they have. That's pretty. It's a more of a subtle, but still striking. Like it's not one of those like like wet, or like you put it on, it's just like the streak. I always think of the Glam Light highlighters when they do it on camera and they like have the line just, or maybe it does look like, it looks pretty cool right there. But I remember Glam Light, their highlighters will do like this, and it's just like this white strip. It's nothing like that. It definitely looks very nice and like a nice powdered highlighter. But honestly, it also goes into, like, bleeds in and blends into my skin very nicely. It's not super noticeable when you look straight on, which I like. I don't like there to be a lot of texture and for it to be noticeable on my cheeks, but it looks like it's very pretty. It's very, very pretty, and maybe causes the teeniest of a shadow. Maybe. I'll have to try this one more. I like the texture though. I like the formula of it. I'm just not sure if the color is the best on me. It almost looks like it leaves a little bit of a gray cast, but this is my first time wearing it, so I'm definitely gonna have to try it out a little bit longer to really get a feel for it. But let's go back once more. I'm gonna go into that green in the palette and just blend it right in here. And I didn't do anything for my inner corner. Should I do something? Oh yeah, I said I was going to do wing liner. I'll probably put it on afterwards, but considering me and wing liner and trying to talk, it's very awkward, so I'll just do it afterwards. And I'll try to remember to share a picture of the final look on my Instagram if you want to see it with liner. So for my inner corner, that shade Candy Cane, that one I put on my lid is super pretty. Let's do Festive. I feel like it's the most obvious choice, but it is super pretty and festive looking. Let's put that right there. Oh yeah, multiple color, so much sparkle, and lots of color coming through the sparkle as well. Yeah, that's super pretty. I feel like I didn't do a good job. Ugh. My inner corner is a mess, and I'm so sorry. It's my own fault. I just feel like, or not inner corner like the highlighter, but like this matte color. I feel like it needed to be, it's too harsh, but probably because I tried to add orange and red, and they're so pigmented into a tiny little area. This is a clean brush I'm using to just soften it, because I don't like it to look too harsh and like a line here. I like it to look really soft and blended. And then of course as I'm blending it more, it's looking more pink than orange, but I don't know. I really failed with the mattes in this look today, but oh well. My apologies. I'm just very, very rough around the edges after not doing my makeup for so long. So let me double check that my children are still sleeping. I'm gonna use Quicksand from Odin's Eye and Angelica. And oh yeah, that's a hearty color. Everyone's sleeping soundly. I have one of those baby monitors that'll I can choose for it to rotate through the different monitors in the different rooms, so I love those. This is the Infant Optics, not to like be a news, or not news, gosh, be an ad, but I've had Infant Optics, this one, since my oldest Olivia, who is going to be 8 this year. Since she was born. I'm not ready for her to be 8, but I've had it since she was born, and it's been fantastic. The customer service was great. They actually replaced it once because something messed up on it after like 3-4 years, or 2-3 years, sorry, not 3-4. So anyway, I love it, and I love that I can go through all of the different baby monitors to check on all the kiddos. Anyway, with that said, that is the look. I hope it was helpful for you guys to be able to see how the Cozy Cabin and Cozy Up perform. Blush is definitely beautiful. Like I said, with the highlighter, I think the only thing is that it might have a white cast, but also it could just be that color, so I'll have to try the other ones. Maybe that color just isn't the best for my skin tone, but I love the formula, and I love the amount of like reflection. It's not blinding in person, which is something I like, because it seems a little bit more natural, but it blends in and just sits beautifully on the skin. And then for the Cozy Cabin, I feel like they all, I almost dropped it, what am I doing? They all blended very beautifully. Very fun mix of colors, and if you're more awake than me and have more forethought than me, you'll probably get a lot of very fun combinations. Not that this is a bad combination, but like I said, I was going for a fall look, and I totally came out with a fall look mixed with Christmas, which it's fine. I just feel like this isn't the best color combination I did, but regardless of how the color combination looks, I hope it showed you the quality of their shadows, because I think that they blend out so beautifully. The shimmers are so beautiful. I'll have to try it and wear wear it long enough to see if they are going to be the kind that make a mess everywhere, because some of their shimmers are so smooth, they get everywhere. This one didn't feel like that. It was really easy to pick up with a brush, but still like insanely sparkly. So can't really give you guys a review on that aspect of it as far as the shimmers, but applying it at first impressions, I was very, very pleased. So hopefully that helps you guys a little bit, and let me know if you'd like some more looks. Let me know if you want a different look, and I can definitely use this again in the future and do a more well thought out look on my channel. I can do that. Let me know. But sorry, I had to burp again. Anyway, that is gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble, because I do that a lot, and especially when I haven't been recording or like haven't recorded a video in so long. I feel like the first video back, I am so rambly, because I just realized I was supposed to talk to you guys about the fact that I'm not doing the posting a video every day of the month for November or December this year. And I am so sad, but I'll have to do that in another video because I forgot in this video. So stay tuned and I'll kind of go into it. But obviously it's November, so I'm not doing it for November. But anyway, we'll talk about that more in another video, and maybe I won't be so rambly with if I have like a subject to start off the video with. We'll see. I hope to come back with a video before too long, because I really want to do this one next. This is the DD signature, the classic autumn. She sent it to me. I've been using it a couple times. Can't wait to talk to you guys about it. All great things, but I hope to do a video hopefully before next week if all goes well. We'll see. Not holding myself to any promises, but hopefully at bare minimum, I hope to be doing a video every Sunday. That's going to be my goal, and if I can do more in the between the week, awesome. But with that said, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.